think he has a problem with OJ. And you weren't even thought of then, Bear.
I think your great-grandparents were just having your mommy and daddy.
What? He's 10. That only happened 22 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm 94. So I've been his dad's life, technically.
Mm-hmm. He was dadless that long.
So,
But I don't think...
Well, what happened when you were watching the trials?
Oh,
How'd you feel about that?
I felt pretty good that it wasn't him.
Okay, so if it was
'Cause,
him, then how would you feel? If it was him.
If it was him,
Yeah.
at that time, I'd have been pretty devastated.
Why? Because he was a good quarterback,
No, running back
running back.
for the Buffalo Bills.
But you don't like the Buffalo Bills.
You don't have to really like a team to see good talent.
So ask her about Jim Kelly.
That'll be after the video. Okay, but
Now,
anyway.
that's not the one I have that problem. But that's really good if we didn't have any football things on there.
Okay, so what you're saying is you knew he was innocent.
I thoroughly believed he was by the evidence that was produced through that whole trial.
Okay.
Because you had a really bad racist cop.
And O.J. Simpson was black.
Yeah. Pretty black.
Pretty black?
Pretty black.
Not just black, but pretty black.
Yes.
Okay.
And Mark Cop. He was caught on tape of using all these innuendos and racist comments. So he did not help the case at all. And then Kato or whoever, Plato, whatever, that kid, the pretty boy that was living with OJ.
Pretty boy?
Yeah, it was, I forget. I think it was Kato.
Fair.
Something like that. I don't know. But anyway, he didn't help at all. I mean, he didn't,
Give any information.
yeah, he didn't really make a very good case.
Witness.
Plus, OG was already, like, at another airport. Like, he was going on away on a trip. Not that he couldn't have gotten things. The thing that made OJ look bad was that whole truck chase.
Bronco.
Yup.
Okay, so what if it was a possibility that he told somebody to kill him? Because he didn't feel like dealing with it anymore.
Well, and that would have been probably the thing to do. Was to get somebody else to take care of the crap.
Because he was too afraid of losing his.
Come on, Bear. Come on.
What?
Come on, Bear. Come on.
Yeah, well, yeah, you don't want to.
Position or NFL.
Well, no, he was already done with that. Yeah, he was done with that. But you mean your status? You lose your
Reputation.
yes, and then fuck. Guy, there's going to be no more Hertz commercials. Yeah, nobody's going to want to accuse murderer
Bear.
running through their airport.
Tessa.
What are they going to do? Put a machete or something in his hand? I'm thinking not.
Because that's why his knee hurt so bad.
Oh, his
Because
knee
he was.
football.
Because he was running away
Here,
and he
stop.
tripped and fell.
No, no. Come on, guys, go. No, that's not it. They just didn't have such good pads back then. They had so many bad
What? Go.
concussions.
got a potty? Got a potty?
Okay, so since all that is done, how do these three events affect today's society? How do you think 9/11 has affected everything that happens today?
Well, you can't say bomb.
On an airplane.
Right.
That's in a movie.
We have a little bit of an issue with,
Islamic people.
yeah,
You can't even speak a different language on a plane without somebody feeling some kind of
Exactly.
I think I could be okay with some of it, but if I didn't know the language, I have to admit, I would probably look at them in a different light at first. Like if I didn't see them and I heard some kind of,
Funky language.
yeah, that I never heard before,
Right.
but that's all part of, unfortunately, that is part of prejudice, being prejudiced. We say that we're not, but if I wasn't, somewhat, I wouldn't have even thought that. So, I think that does kind of affect those things, that you think of, and sometimes I think it helps in a way if we all remembered that day to think of how important it is to make the most of what you do have now and be grateful for what you do have.
Right, because it could all be gone in a blink of an eye.
Yes.
Okay. How do you think Hurricane Katrina has affected today's society?
That is another thing where you don't realize how important the things are that you have, like
Like the small things.
photos, yes, little knickknacks that remind you of things. I mean, yeah, you have memories, but gosh knows that goes sometimes with age. And it's nice to have, like, older pictures or whatever when you look
Right.
back and,
Well, like for me, like having our pictures, like with grandma and grandpa right there, like even though like I've never met them, it still kind of feels like I have, in a way, just from seeing like their pictures and stuff.
yeah, you won't, well, at least for ours, you wouldn't see a lot of pictures of my mom and dad without happy,
Right.
like with smiles on their face when they both had their teeth in. But that's the good stuff. You kind of remember, like, man, you know what? You don't, like I tell the kids, I'm very proud of you. I always love you. I don't always like what you do. But that doesn't mean you can't be grateful
For what you
for
like.
having that time period. So, that and these dumb little photos that you guys got so complained about, all you kids. Wow, put the camera away. Why you gotta take so many pictures?
Why do you gotta do so many family photos?
Yeah, oh my gosh, we gotta get dressed again.
Especially in that one right there. Rick Tanner's the only one wearing white.
Well, that would be Tanner. There is no black sheep in our family. It's Tanner, the white sheep. But I'm just saying that when you guys whine and whimper about that when you were little, and now that you're older, you look back and you see the different photos that were taken.
Right.
I mean, now you can still say, like, oh, I can't believe you took that picture of me falling asleep on the potty. Or I can't believe You got that picture of me throwing the kickball at you.
See, okay, and that one right there with all of us, and this one right here.
Yes.
I don't understand. Like,
You better slow your roll.
like it's a good picture, but I just don't understand why. Like, okay, they have me sitting forward, and they have Tyler sitting forward. Okay, and then there's Tanner facing this way.
Well, Tanner was very thin then.
It doesn't matter.
He had to sit that way.
But then Cody's like this.
Because you had to have. Look at Tyler's big head. If Tyler was in closer to you, he'd have blocked out Cody. So you kind of have to lean in. When you guys side by side. Tessa, enough!
But Cody was sitting like. Can you take her out, please?
Here, get the step in. Get your dog, honey. I don't know. But I'm almost done my interview. Now stop. Get in there. Get your dad. Go get him. Go get him, I say. Yeah, that's why she's sitting here eating her niblets.
But you know what I mean? Like, he was like this.
Well,
I don't know. I
You-
just don't get the point of
could
it.
have had he could have had one of his days he thought he was all that in a bag of chips. Didn't feel like he needed to be touching any of you guys. That doesn't.
Alright. And how do you think the O.J. Simpson trial has affected today's society?
I would like to think they pay more attention to domestic violence, but I'm not so sure that's the case.
I mean, I don't feel like they pay as much attention to it as they could. To
Well-
be honest.
A lot of it's not reported though.
True. But even when it is reported,
Well,
I don't feel like it's like that. Like it's not their priority. Like on top of their priority list.
and I think some of that can be a couple of things, unfortunately. I think it can be false allegations, too many of them.
Right.
That's what upsets me a lot about when people also claim rape, like falsely do that to someone. When I think that when people do that just because they're vindictive, it takes away from people that really could
Use the help.
yes, and would be willing. But for domestic violence, once unfortunately, once they maybe come out to that scene, if it's nothing really over the top,
Right.
you're gonna get I'm sorry, and I don't want to press charges, and because one way or the other, maybe somebody doesn't really have a place to go,
Right.
or for whatever reasons, doesn't make it right or wrong. But that's why, and if you do this too often, it's like the whole cry wolf thing. Why? I guess they're thinking, why do we waste our time? When unfortunately that next time could be the last time for that person. So, and then a lot of people maybe be a little discouraged because I know a lot of people think that OJ is guilty. So now you just have someone, just because he was famous, got off scot-free.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bedtime.